How do you become a digital marketer? When you are a digital marketer, you have to think and act like a one. You have to eat and breathe digital marketing. You have seen some of the biggest names in digital marketing. I don't want to name anyone, but you know your idols. Now, when you look at it, you might be wondering how did they become who they are today? How did they become so expertised in digital marketing? Now that's an outcome of a long process. You can just become a digital marketer by doing a course in digital marketing. As I said, you have to live and breathe digital marketing. You have to make it part of your life, your blood system. So here are a few tricks that I can recommend you. First one, listen to digital marketing related podcasts. Now, if you don't have a podcast app installed on your smartphone yet, download one. I recommend Podcast Republic, but there are many other podcast tools. Once you download the proper app, you can then start subscribing to podcasts created by many content creators on the topic of digital marketing and other related areas. Now, then you have to start listening to these podcasts on a daily basis. Now, when you're commuting to work during the morning hours, you can listen to maybe a 1 hour podcast, half an hour podcast, depending on what's your travel time is. And then you can listen to another podcast on your way back home. You might think that, okay, I can't really concentrate on the what's been said on the podcast. I can't focus my attention on the audio. But don't worry, even at least passively, just let it play around your environment. When you do this regularly, you will start like catching small things here and there from these podcasts, which will accumulate over a period of time that will help you to improve your digital marketing knowledge and skills. Next thing, watch TED Talks. Now, I always recommend TED Talks. I'm a huge fan of TED. Yes, there may be not much, directly digital marketing related TED Talks, but you can find certain TED Talks which are related to marketing, especially in the AI era and especially in the areas like behavioral economics and behavioral sciences, which are related in a way to digital marketing. So find some of those TED Talks and start watching them on a Sunday morning, maybe. So I always recommend everyone to watch at least a minimum of three TED Talks every week. Next up, subscribe to some newsletters. There are plenty of newsletters on the topics of digital marketing. You can subscribe to LinkedIn newsletters, and there are various other blogs who are sending weekly newsletters. Subscribe to some of these things. You might think that this might end up getting spammed in your inbox, receiving newsletters from various sources. Don't mind, just let these newsletters flood into your inbox. You are not going to read everything, but once in a while, you will notice some valuable newsletters lying on your inbox, and you might click through it and read the article once in a while. You might be receiving maybe about 20 different newsletters in your inbox every week, but you're only reading maybe two or three. That's fine. And from that two or three, you are learning at least a couple of new points on digital marketing every week. Another thing that you can do is joining live webinars, free webinars and free seminars conducted by various organizations. So Apidem, we do conduct free webinars every month. You can join those free webinars. And then there are institutions like IAB and CIM who are doing weekly webinars, monthly webinars, and so on and so forth. You can join these webinars and absorb as much as new knowledge in the areas of digital marketing. And finally, join some networking events. There are plenty of networking events for digital marketers. You can join the Sync Up Colombo event happening every month at Apidem, and then you can find so many other meetup events for digital marketers organized by various institutions and organizations. And go there, meet people, greet people, and see how other digital marketers are moving and how they are acquiring knowledge, and have some conversations with them and absorb as much as knowledge. Now, if you are saying that you want to become a digital marketer and you are not willing to invest your time in doing some of these things that I just mentioned, you are never going to make it. So, to become a digital marketer or to be a digital marketer, you have to think and breathe like a digital marketer. Start practicing these things today.